he told me, I'm joining the Marines. And I kind of laughed because it just, Marines.
I hung up the phone and I cried hysterically because I thought, what person joins the military in a time of war?
It startled me. I was on the phone and I think I dropped it.
My wife calls me and says, your daughter says she needs more of a challenge than college.
I wasn't sure I wanted my son to be first to fight. I wasn't sure that that was the life that I wanted for him.
I think one of the things that I guess concerned me the most is the not knowing what he would be experiencing and not just even the immediate of boot camp, but what happens after that.
The day after 9/11 happened, he called us from his dorm room and he said, Mom, I think I'm going to join up. I've got to help.
The thought of my son going in and fighting in Iraq was just, I just couldn't I couldn't wrap my arms around it. I couldn't.
The patriot side of me says, absolutely, why would I not support you in this decision? It would go against everything that you know about me and what I've taught you to believe. But then I told him, I said, but there's the mom side of me, and the mom side of me is a little scared.
I think my apprehension and my initial unwillingness for my son to join the Marines, I think a lot of that was alleviated when I just became more familiar with the Marine Corps and what they stood for and what the values were.
What type of training he would be going through, how long, if anything should come about where he would have to go overseas, how soon did they foresee that happening.
If the decision is to join the Marine Corps, then I would question them like I did my daughter. I would try to make sure that the decision that they are making and the way that they are headed is exactly what they really want.
I remember stepping back and saying, if I felt that I loved something enough so that I wanted to make a difference in life, then I'd want my parents to see that that's why. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
But then as time went on, the Marine Corps is really something to be proud about. Not everybody can be a Marine. Not everybody wants to be a Marine, of course, but even those that want to, not all of them can be a Marine.
It showed him how to look forward, how to plan, how nothing comes easy, how you have to not just take every day at a time and not do the hasta mañana, later thing. It taught him to be confident. It taught him to become a leader.
There's a lot of information. The Marine Corps gives you a lot of resources. I just think there's a lot of misconception. I think when you get to know what the Marine Corps really stands for, it changes your perception.
But once your kid has convinced you that he or she is ready to do this, then you got to give me your full support.
It's been a really positive experience. My son has changed for the better.
There isn't enough words to explain to you how proud I am of him. He even makes me a little emotional.
Although I was reluctant, I knew he'd be okay because he was the type of child, if he did anything, he was going to do the best. He was going to be the best. From that point on, it was just him and Marine Corps. It was a match, perfect match.
If we're really going to have a country that has these freedoms and nobody is really looking out for them, like saying, pushing back when they are threatened, I'd rather have my son there because I feel like my son really understands that and he's doing it for the right reasons. I'm behind you, Josh. I'm there for you.
I would have been surprised to know a year and a half ago that I would feel the pride that I feel for what he's done now. And I know in my heart now he's made a wonderful choice for his life because he's very, very happy with his decision.
When Doug enlisted, it's like we all enlisted right along with him. I am a Marine mom, unabashed sometimes, and there's nothing I guess I like talking about more is our boys and their service.